Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Daily Pop. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. We're using the beautiful Earthcraft Oracle again. It's so high vibe. It's so happy. I just love it. Gets me in a good mood every single time I look at it. The colors, the warmth. I'm really excited. I woke up to a stack of Amazon pyramid packages, which was the last of my gifts that I ordered. So I was so glad that they ordered in time for me to wrap and do all the things. And just was a nice feeling because you never know what gets delayed in transit this time of year. But let's talk about the spirit of the South, because this is connected to the element of fire, and it initiates us into the energy of our expansion, radiance, action, excitation, and rapid change. And something remarkable about this full moon that's still going to be taking place. I feel like the energy stays with us up to 3 days, and it is such a formidable, awesome time to initiate any kind of change that we want. I know through conversations with family members, friends, clients, and myself that I have developed a really healthy system of, as soon as I wake up and anything tries to come in and pressurize me or or make me be fearful or make me feel rushed or make me feel whatever, that panic button, you shoulda, especially this time of year. I visually picture myself hitting a big red stop button and going, I know that my mood forms for the day for the first few thoughts that I let come in. So I choose my happiest thoughts that lift and make me feel good. Like, for instance, yesterday, me and my family were watching oh gosh, I forget what it's called, but it's, Jeremy, the English Jeremy, and they have all the cars and they do all these crazy things and it's really awesome. And we were laughing so hard. It literally, like, my stomach hurt, my throat hurt. It was so funny. They just are a bunch of comical, hilarious guys, and they do crazy things with cars. And I remembered that. So right away, it was like I felt really light and much, much better. And I was initiating the change from, oh, you need to do this and get this video ready and this out and blah, 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 and feed all the animals and, driving myself like crazy. Instead, I was like, I'm going to wake up in a calm space and decide I'm going to do with the day what I want at the pace I want, in a healthy, productive way, because that is the spirit of the South. It gives us plenty of time to change directions when we fall off course too. I get distracted big time. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm like, is that shiny? Is that sparkly? Is that funny? Is that new? And I go off course, but it gives us plenty of time to get back. And we are no longer going to ignore these warnings. The universe is going to really, really set in stone and send us some delicious messages that help us to conquer any of these little problematic behaviors or situations so we can move into this. Now, I love this ceremony because I always feel really better after I initiate any kind of ceremony, no matter how tiny. If I go collect wildflowers in my yard and put them on my dad's urn, whatever it is. Now, a ceremony is a marked occasion that invites us to slow down, to bring magic and tradition and sacred intention into, our otherwise mundane routine. If we just go up in the cold, hard light of the morning and start doing dishes and busying our mind with tasks, it's much different than when we put on, like, say, classical music or reggae music and we feed the birds and then we open all our windows and then we start to do that with this fresh kind of exchange with the day, right? So I feel like ceremonies are an energetic space where we can turn inward and connect to our inherent magic with the earth. We take time to prepare and do things, right? I've always loved, like, tea ceremonies. Eastern ceremonies are so beautiful and methodical and well thought out. Like, I've always loved things like that. Very magical to me. This ceremony card really guides us to prioritize moments in sacredness. So you may be rushing a goal or taking shortcuts in an effort to see results, only to find yourself taking a step forward and then having 2 step back. So having a ceremonial practice is a way of slowing down and allowing proper time for your magic to brew. So take some time to connect with your goals in a sacred way by adding small elements of ceremony, lighting candles when you're doing research on a project, dedicating a specific journal where you write details of your plan, making a special tea to blend and drink solely as you work on a goal. It really connects us to it. I love that energy so much. So let's move on to Seer. I love this. I've had a lot of unique visuals lately and dreams and kind of prophetic dreams, and I do around this time of year, and I really love it because I feel like, you know, they're the things that are meant to guide and help us. So a seer is someone who looks past the surface and beyond the physical world to really reveal hidden truths. We rely on intuition, aware that seeing goes beyond our eyes and what they perceive. We can't really explain it immediately, but there's like a restlessness in your soul letting you know that something isn't right or to move a certain way. So we're not dismissing this feeling anymore. We're going to look closer to see the truth. This comes up when there is a warning that someone or something in your life is not all that it seems. There's a deeper truth, for better or for worse, that requires you to consider the avenues of knowing. A lot of people are like, it just doesn't feel right, or it feels really good, but you know, it doesn't look good on paper, all of that. This is how you feel your way through. So, you know, divination techniques were great this time, from tarot cards to runes to pendulums, as well as spells, rituals, and meditation. They're all tools for self-investigation that act as a conduit when you ask for help from your guides. And I feel like right now, we're dropping a lot. We're being very mindful of not judging ourselves or others until things are revealed. You know, I feel like before we go to sleep, we can stop and we can pray and recite to invoke our mind's eye to open up and reveal the truth in issues. Because sometimes, you know, we bounce back and forth. It's this, but it's that. It's this, but it does that. I feel this, but I feel that. You know, and to really use your mind's eye and your heart space to really kind of come to terms with how you're feeling. And also recognize the mood you're in when you're trying to decide a certain thing. If you're in a short-sighted kind of crabby mood and you feel like, I just got to close this out, this is us no longer doing those short-sighted, instant gratification moves. You know, this is like, let me feel my way. I have time. You know, the seer always knows that we have time to do this, and we have time to take a closer look at the truth, because again, we don't want that one step forward, two step backs, and really dropping the harsh judgments of ourselves in this, you know, in this time of year where everything should, and most of the time is, you know, gleeful and joyful. We always have that strange thing in the back of our head. Did we do enough? Did we give enough? Did we put enough effort into gift giving, spending time, and all of that? Just let it all fall away. Just let it drift and be gone, okay? Because whatever you did the best with what you have, where you are at the time. So, you know, again, we don't need to overcompensate by spending a lot or going beyond our bandwidth, right? This is what we're meant to do this season. Whip this all up into a beautiful frothy brew of relaxation, fun, laughter, and commitment to yourself and your higher self, you know, so you can feel good. So that's your daily prop, you guys. Love and light.